Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, 100% RC, Professor Damian Flowers, and Tyler Wright.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Voice of Fans Sportscast. I'm your host, Ben Swift Reynolds. We have RC and Professor Flowers with us tonight. What's going on, guys?
Feeling good. Feeling good. Hey, bro, before we start, I want to, y'all look down at the bottom right there. Pull your shirt and sweat up a little bit there. We try to tell the joker in this corner right here, that corner.
It's good. It's good. I'm glad y'all capitalize on mishaps and everything. I'm glad y'all. I'm glad y'all was able to do that.
Just like Green Bay capitalized on y'all mishaps, but what do we know?
Right. They took advantage of us. I can't fault them for that, but I can fault the Saints coaching staff. Yeah, terrible, man. So, I know y'all seen that meme where the guy he playing the video game, he laid back. I was like that the whole time doing the same game, bro. I was doing other things, man. I was taking on my bets, and I just saw that game start creeping back. I saw Derek Carr go down. I set up. I was like, "Oh man, this not."
You had to lean up.
I went soon. Derek Carr went down. I said, "Bro, we might lose this game. We in trouble. Sure enough, can't catch a break, guys. Can't catch a break. Maybe we need to call Justin Fields or something. I don't know. But they said Derek Carr is week to week. Wherever that means.
AC sprain, I think.
How long is week to week?
Right. Forever.
Come on, man.
Well, it probably something that'll linger him week to week. He'll play.
Yeah, he better. Because soon, James, we'll talk about it. All right. Let's get into it. Oh, yeah, RC, I saw this clip online today. Well, on social media. I thought you enjoyed this. Pull it up real quick. I think you'll really enjoy this.
McCaffrey in a Pee-wee game in Denver against a bunch of mascots. Well, he's a move on the Texans mascot.
Good
He
block.
hits the end zone. Oh, wait for it, though. Wait for it.
There's more. Really?
There's more. He gets in the end zone. This is how he celebrates. Wait a minute. Hold on. Put the ball there. Sharpie out of the sock.
Did not.
Signs the ball.
No, he didn't.
And then heaves it into the stands.
That boy a dog. He had a dog ever since he was young. That's Ed's son right there.
Yeah, T.O.
So, yeah, there's a little something for you, RC. All right. Let me get the scores up. I forgot I wrote it down on my phone this time instead of my pad. All right.
Going places.
Man, tell me about it. All right. The Browns beat the Titans 27-3. RC, were you shocked by this outcome?
Was the inconsistency of both teams. After the major injury to one of their key players, a week before, I thought that they would come in and have a slow start. Tennessee defense always comes to play, but like I told one of my classmates is a Tennessee fan. I said, "Hey man, listen, your defense is always on the field, so you can't win games when your defense is always on the field because your offense ain't scoring any points or moving the ball." So I was definitely shocked. I salute to Deshaun Watson. I'm happy for him. Finally getting a good game and, finally shaking back from all the massages. He's doing better now. So keep it up, Sean.
Right. All right, Flowers. Derrick Henry and the Titans. What should they do about this offense? Because you saw Dan Henry got out snapped by Sharp. So what do you think they should do going forward here, if that's the case?
If that's the case, that's a good point. I just wonder about the Titans. I just don't see anything as far as direction wise with them. I picked the Titans, of course. I don't know, my tab is going off the NFL, excuse me. I picked the Titans Friday because I thought Deshaun probably would have a bad game against the Titans defense. But it was opposite. So I do give Deshaun credit when credit's due. I always do that with any player. But Tennessee, man, just when you go against a defense like the Browns, I think they sacked Tannehill 6 times. Mm-hmm. Garrett had like 3.5 alone. Tannehill can't sit back there and make some passes, and the run game isn't there. Tennessee's not really going to do too much, and that's what we've seen this past Sunday. But Deshaun had a great game. Even though Tennessee stopped the run, that was a big ordeal. So it came down to Deshaun making some key throws to Martin and company to be able to win this game.
Yeah, it was telling because the Browns had a game plan going into this. Just make the Titans one-dimensional. And that's what they did. It was kind of obvious, too, when they, of course, they bring Derrick Henry out on rushing plays. They're going to run. So they stack the box. And when they bring Sharp out, it's going to be a pass. So the Titans, man, they got to get this thing figured out. Because I feel like Derrick Henry, we know Derrick Henry can't catch the ball at the backfield. I saw him catch the ball a couple of times at the backfield. So you trying to tell me he can't be? Yeah. So you tell me he can't be a safety valve for you, but you need a pass catching back that's taking reps from Henry when he's literally the best player on the team. That make no sense.
But like you say, when they take him off the field, things become obvious.
Right. So Titans, man, they got a lot to figure out. I think a lot of people betting on their defense, but Deshaun and the Browns had a perfect game plan. They got Ford involved. We saw a little bit of Hunt that day too. So it all depends. Can the Browns build on this? Can Deshaun keep this going? I don't know. It seemed like it's week to week to me.
Right.
So that's a big question mark. So shout out to Gatwood. I know you're hyping the chat. Y'all trying to bust my balls in the chat and everything. I know y'all. I don't know. Like I have people come to me after the show, like, man, you really hate Deshaun Watson. Where do y'all keep getting this that I hate Deshaun Watson?
Well, I know, me personally, I know you don't hate nobody. But I know that when a player shuns the Saints or a coach shuns the Saints, you turn into Michael Jackson from Thriller. Because it's like, you be moving just like he moving in the video and everything. You just turn to this complete monster and you don't see nothing. You be out for blood. So I know it ain't nothing personal, but when he would have signed with the Saints, he would have been the greatest quarterback of all time. We see how you're doing, Derek Carr.
I think he would. He would took that next step in Drew Brees' way. You know how Drew Brees made that transition from San Diego to New Orleans. Mm-hmm. He just made a jump. Deshaun was right there. I mean, he was already a great player for the Texans, but when he had a complete team around him, that's why he said the Falcons would have made more sense.
He got a coach over there that's going to protect him with the run game. They're going to run football, so they're going to ask him to throw it 40, 50 times. So he's good.
He's good. All right. The Lions. I need to stop doing this. I put the scores on my phone. The Lions beat the Falcons 20-6. Y'all said take my heart out of when I'm picking these division games within the Saints, but I already said the Falcons were complete. They're not garbage, but they don't know how to call plays, man. They just don't. And I don't know why they're using Ritter instead of Heineke. I feel like Heineke would be a better fit for this type of offense than Ritter. What you think, Flowers?
I agree. He got sacked 7 times, though, man.
Right.
So, my goodness. I ain't watched the game, so I really can't say. I can't sit here and tell you is Desmond Ritter holding on to the ball too long.
He was holding on to the ball.
Because I think Atlanta has a pretty good offensive line, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So I would think that comes with him probably just holding on to the ball too long. But, I mean, I'm with you with that. I can't remember the head coach's name. Arthur Smith?
Yeah, Arthur Smith. Mm-hmm.
Smith, he's a run-oriented guy, I don't think he's really into far as developing quarterbacks. Far as you using somebody like this, really, you just stick him in there, think he's gonna get the job done. I mean, it's what we thought it would be. Yeah, he wasn't gonna outdo a Jared Goff in that. And we didn't think the
Right.
Lions were gonna lose 2 straight games at home. So, but 6 points though, that was a little disappointing.
It was
6
very
points. I thought it would
disappointing.
have been, 27-20 kind of a game, something like that, maybe. But
Yeah,
shout out
so
to the Lions.
it was basically all Ritter's fault in this game. He had interception, he had a fumble in the fourth, and it was just a sack fumble that gave the Lions the ball when the Falcons trying to get a drive going. RC, the Lions, Jared Goff had terrible interception in this game, but they managed to pull it out. You still think the Lions are trending up, or they still have a lot to improve on?
So I think they need to learn how to consistently win. Like they're trying to. I think they have an identity. They play real hard defense. They're gonna play. They're gonna run the football and play action off of that. I like what they're doing. They just got to consistently do it from week to week. I don't trust them. I picked them this week because I think they were better than I just felt like they were better than the Falcons. But I just feel like they are very inconsistent. Like next week, they're not gonna look like this. And I just feel like they just played a team that they were much better than. It's like, to me personally though. I feel like when they meet a team that has the same type of makeup as they do, they struggle. Because Seattle was that. So Seattle's gonna hit you when you hit Seattle. Seattle will hit you back. But let's see if they can put together a little win streak. That's what's gonna be able to tell if they're legit or not.
It's just odd to me that you don't know what you're gonna get from them week to week when they have all these offensive weapons.
Right.
It shouldn't really be like that. That they don't know how they can perform. I think Josh Reynolds, he didn't have no catches, and he was doing an awesome job last week. So how you go from no catches to to this, from last week to a touchdown, a couple catches to no catches? I mean,
right.
I'm looking
that's
at
just
it
weird.
now. Laporta and Amon-Ra St. Brown got the majority of the targets.
It seemed like you were force feeding them.
Yeah.
12 targets for Brown and 11 for Laporta. I mean, who else?
That's good for Laporta though.
Right, yeah, he needs tight end.
Yeah.
So I ain't gonna flake him for that.
But I watched the St. Brown kid because he on my fantasy. He get open though.
Yeah, he do. He's
like
fast.
He like liquor stores, man.
Yeah, I think they're getting the Wilson kid back too.
Mm-hmm. Before we move on, I think I just want to bring this up too. When you draft a running back in the first round high, he should have more than 10 carries.
Yeah.
He had 17. He
had 17 carries?
Bijan?
I'm seeing 10.
I thought you were talking about
Jameer.
No. It's 2.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my bad. Yo, the rookie Robinson, he should have more than 10 carries. What's the purpose of drafting him high if you're not going to use him? He should be phasing out Algier. Algier should be a complimentary, but not taking half of the carries.
Well, at the same time, you can have them both on the field at the same time because you can line up Bijan in the slot.
He can catch.
You can have dual backs. I mean, it's a lot of things that you can do. So, but what do we know?
Right, the Falcons. They got to move on for Ritter though.
But that's a direct indication of a team that don't know what they don't have a direction yet. Like we say, it's only 10 or 11, maybe less than that. That's really trying to win a Super Bowl. I think the Falcons don't have a clue. They don't really know what they're doing. They don't know.
They just know they have a defense right now.
Right.
Yeah, cause they tried to get Kyle Pitts involved. He had 9 targets.
Surprisingly,
but that's more. I haven't seen that many targets for him in like 2 years. So look at there. All right, the Dolphins almost set a record on the Broncos. I guess Mike Daniels, since he used to be a ball boy for Denver, he's like, man, I ain't gonna do this to my team, my old team like that. So he spurred the rod, and they took Niels. So the score was 70-20 on Denver. It's a lot to unpack here, but it's a lot. It really is a lot. I'm gonna show you a clip from Sean Payton that's been circulating everybody. I'm pretty sure y'all saw it. Well, you see steam coming from this man's ears.
And tough to watch.
I know that you said it's embarrassing, but this is kind of an historic game. I mean, this is
I'm aware.
third time a team has scored 70.
Let it go, man.
What's the question?
I mean,
What's the
how do you
question?
feel about it being
I just finished telling you.
historically embarrassing?
Next
Let
question.
it go, bro. See, that's wrong, light reporter, bro. See, Sean Payton better than me.
Whoa, see, that's when you rogue it because he blamed every damn body except himself. You sit
How?
up there and you take full accountability. Look, you
Yeah,
sit
he
up
said
there,
I'm aware of the whole situation, but dude kept pressing. Like,
but
come
when-
on, guy. I
when-
know.
when did
Like, you don't think I
when did you
know?
hear Sean Payton say, "This is on me"?
He said it's a
No,
whole
he didn't.
team thing. He said it's a whole
No,
problem.
no. You as a head coach, you have to take that one. Now you chew their ass out when you Monday when you're in film, but when you
Come
standing up there like that, you got to take that because you
So-
sit up here and you talk about Nathaniel Hackett
Come
and
on.
so on and
No,
so
it's
on.
different. Hold on.
No, it's not.
See,
No,
I
it's
like
not.
how y'all bring up Hackett
Well,
and
wait a
Sean Payton
minute.
right
Let
now.
Let me finish.
Okay,
Let me
go
finish.
ahead.
Only reason I'm bringing up Nathaniel Hackett because Sean Payton spoke on that man.
That's
And
right.
when you sit up here and say, well, he was a part of the problem here, this and this and this, okay, Nathaniel Hackett didn't give up 70 points.
Amen.
So if you can sit up here and blame Russell Wilson for kissing too many babies and Nathaniel
Amen.
Hackett for not being able to manage a damn team, Sean, I'm gonna need you to sit up here and take
Amen.
accountability
Come on, Pastor.
of you losing
All
by
right.
50. Wait, a few more things, and you scored 20 points. You scored
That's a lot
20
to-
points. They scored
That-
70.
The,
Okay, damn. At least score 40. That's all
Yeah.
I'm
the
saying.
score does not.
Yes, it do.
It,
It reflects everything because them damn players
Nah, it's
quit
a lot.
on
Hold
them
on.
yesterday.
Let me speak on Hackett first. Isn't this
No,
Hackett?
Hackett-
Some
no.
yeah, no. Isn't it some Hackett personnel? So he still got
No,
some
no,
of that
no,
some of that
no.
culture
Wait a minute.
inside the locker
That's
room.
the-
Yeah,
that's
it's
the
not the he
GM
can't
and the
revamp the
owners
whole
thing.
team overnight, guys.
Sean Payton signed the
Come on.
contract and he came in there running his damn mouth, and karma happened to him yesterday.
Bruh.
No,
Wait a minute,
I'm
wait
just
a minute.
saying he can't flip over the team. A
Nobody
bad
said-
run,
nobody
a badly
said he
run
was.
team.
No.
Nobody
And
said he
then-
was.
Come
But
on,
you
it's
don't
Hackett's
come out
team. This
publicly and
still some
shame
of
people
Hackett's
and
team.
give up 70. You don't do that.
Ben,
Come
Ben.
on, guys.
Ben, listen, bro. All the time we've been doing this show, I've never seen you look. You don't have nothing. You don't have anything, bro. You can't defend this dude. Listen,
You
bro.
can't defend
Listen, man. This is karma. This is karma at the highest level of calmnation, if there's a word. Like, listen, I'm trying to explain to you what happened. Let me explain to you what happened. First of all, you gave him an out talking about these coaches were already there. Like, he didn't pick his staff. He picked his staff.
I'm talking about the
Everything-
personnel. He can't flip over the personnel. that
Everything is
fast, like the
created.
players.
Yes, he can. He can do what Prime did. He actually got more ability to do it than
It
Prime.
costs
Yes,
something
he
called
can.
salary cap. He can't cut
Bro,
out
listen.
them sorry players.
He can create this team in his likeness, in his image. Okay, he's still in some of the Saints players, bringing them over there. I knew he won't come in there and try to be the New Orleans Broncos, and went and got yesterday got the hard shit beat out of him. I love every minute of it. If you squint your eyes and you really squint your eyes, he looked just like freaking John Gruden. Because what they do is they believe the hype. They believe that they are gurus. You tell me
They
what guru mustered
How long?
up 20 points. Hold on. How many points did the Chargers score on the Dolphins?
20.
Somebody give me that.
20. I think it was 20.
Chargers on the Dolphins 34, 32.
Oh, Chargers.
Okay. Chargers scored 34. Okay. Your defense, you got a better defense than the Chargers.
No,
With your offense.
that's
Wait, dog. You telling me that Kellen Moore is a better offensive play caller than your guy?
that's not the whole game, RC.
Oh,
That's
now,
not the
Dave, let
whole
me tell you
story.
what he is. He hamburger me in the freezer too long. Okay, you got to throw him out. He ain't who he think he ain't who you think he is. His time is up. He hadn't progressed as a play caller. And guess what? Drew Brees is not coming out of retirement. It's
That's
over.
far from the truth. That is far from the truth.
70 points.
They quit
Come
on
on,
him
nigga.
yesterday. They quit on Sean Payton.
Exactly. Hackett personnel players quit on him.
No, bro.
This is not Sean Payton's total team.
So,
How long
it
did a
is his
rebuild
team.
take, guys?
They
How long
keep
did it take
following him.
Kyle Shanahan to turn 49ers organization around? How long
Wait.
did it take?
Not long.
Wait.
Not long.
man. He kind of got players in, right?
Listen though, so you telling me that this dude gonna get rid of good players like Patrick Surtain? Listen.
That's a
He gonna
rookie
get rid.
second year
He's not
though.
a rookie.
He gonna get
He
rid
was
of
I'm
all
good.
saying
pro
this is
last year.
second
Though.
year.
Bro,
Damn,
he got better receivers in
So
Denver
why
than
he
he had
get
in New
beat
Orleans.
so bad?
Listen, dude, he got better receivers in Denver than he got in New Orleans. Better prototype that just
Hold
far
on,
as
come on, right now.
yeah, Cortland Sutton is better.
Of course, not better than Chris Olave.
I'm talking about past tense.
Oh, pass. Oh, okay, yeah.
If you look at player for player, Jerry Judy, all them, even the guy Mims is better than some of the receivers the
the
Saints had
Mills
over
kid
there.
is pretty good. The Mills kid is
Okay,
pretty good.
Yeah, he should be starting. I don't think he's
okay,
starting.
but then watch this. Here's the issue with Sean Payton. Same issue John Gruden got. Same issue that even Mike Tomlin has. They living off one Super Bowl. So they garner this respect and attention. But this era of football, this style, these players aren't buying it because you know why? You trying to
Yes.
you want Russell Wilson to play like Drew Brees. He is Russell Wilson. That's like asking Charlie Wilson to sing like Michael Jackson. It ain't worth. Like you, listen, bro. You are what you are,
And they don't like Russ.
You're gonna see. That's what I'm saying. I think it's Russ too. But the offense was not the problem.
That ain't what Sean Payton said. He said Nathaniel Hackett know what he was doing. He said ain't Russell Wilson.
So what's the problem? The offense was not the problem yesterday. You know what happened?
You scored 20 points.
Turnovers. Cortland Sutton had 2 fumbles on a drive, right? That would have put them within the touchdown, I believe, early in the first half. Then he had another fumble in the second half. I mean, you can't.
Okay.
Versus a good team that
I got one thing I want to add too, because aren't the Broncos badly penalized as a team too? Aren't they one of the most penalized teams?
Yeah, last year I know they were.
This year too. Right now,
I don't know about this year. I don't know. I don't have that stat on me.
Hey,
I can find it.
Hey, so how many? Sean Payton last 2 years in New Orleans, he did what? He did what? Tell me what he did. What did he accomplish in those 2
last
playoffs?
No, he didn't. He did 3 times. Yeah, he did with Drew Brees, right?
I'm talking about
we lost
last 2 seasons
in a row. Mm-hmm.
He missed the playoff his last season. Then last year, Dennis Adams missed the playoff, right? Okay, but listen.
Okay, I can't answer that for you. You need to go on. I can answer that for you. Okay. That year the Saints didn't make the playoff. The year you talking about, we set the record for the most injuries on the team.
That's cool.
So we missing half of our team, no starters, right? Marshawn missed half of the year.
You know why? We had a lot of injuries.
Come on, man.
Hold
on. Have you ever set a record for the most injuries? How many different quarterbacks did we run through that year?
How can you set a record?
Come on, man.
Listen, we lost Jimmy G, we lost CJ Beathard, and then we lost Nick Mullins in the end. We lost everybody losing players.
But y'all did y'all
hold on? Nick Bosa, Solomon Thomas, and Jimmy Garoppolo all got hurt in the same game. And this excuse that you be giving him this out. Listen, you made the playoffs back-to-back season, lost to Minnesota both times. What I'm trying to tell you is this guy caught lightning in the bottle. Ain't no lightning, ain't no bad weather over there. He won't catch it no more. He gonna end his career with that one trophy. And guess what? He is not fighting for the Saints no more. When he see y'all on his schedule next year, if he play y'all, he won't have the same energy you got.
Coming back to All right, Steve, let me put it like this: when you trying to put this spotlight on the Saints, what happened in our organization? A lot of things happen. A lot of NFL things happen. Yeah, Sean Payton's part of the organization.
He messed up because he should have waited. He should have waited for the Chargers.
Yeah, I agree. He should have took the Chargers.
The wrong team in the AFC West. He should have waited another year.
Get what, Flower? Let me tell you this. I got a little secret for you. He gonna fuck that up too. Because you know why?
How you gonna mess that up when Brandon Staley can't get things right over there? So it can't be worse.
Listen to what I'm telling you. I'm gonna tell you facts. Ron Rivera, Mike Tomlin, John Gruden, Lovie Smith, you can put him in there. Love ain't got no Super Bowl, but they're not next level coaches. They
come on. The record shows they win the Senate shows.
Listen. That's the problem I had with Mike Tomlin. Dude, you ain't missing the playoffs. No, I mean you ain't got a losing record, but what are you winning?
That's so hard to do in the NFL. You act like you see how many turnover head coaches don't even get to year 2. That's
Bro,
a great achievement for
ask the
coaches.
Pittsburgh Steelers
How many
fans
Super Bowl winners can that be?
If they
How
want to go
many Super
9
Bowl
and 8,
winners can that be?
ask the Pittsburgh Steelers fan if they want to go 9 and 8 and just have a winning season, not make the playoffs, just have a winning season. Versus making the playoffs, your team playing got a chance to play for a Super Bowl. Like you basically what you're doing right now is being okay with being average.
RC, as long as you have a winning record and you make the playoffs, you have a shot. I already have a shot, did not have one at all. Give me a chance.
Don't call yourself a guru.
Give me a chance. Sean Payton's giving these team chances. It's not my fault that Marcus Williams missed the tackle on the last play. It's not my fault there's no call in New Orleans. It's not my fault that I forgot that tight end name pushed off on PJ.
Look,
PJ
there's
Williams
a song.
it's not like you act like Sean Payton is out there on the field making these plays for these players that miss these tackles all day long, and you act like it's Sean Payton's fault. That would get me. You act like he throwing passes and playing defense for the Denver Broncos.
Bro, I got a new album coming out. It's called Shit Happened. That's the name of the song I'm gonna put out called Shit Happened.
I tell you. So, when y'all gonna blame?
Here's a lyric. Please stop capping, because shit happened. There it is.
When y'all gonna blame Van Joseph? When y'all gonna blame for him putting that thing he called defense on the field?
I blame everybody, but Sean the head of the ship.
I mean, he cannot coach the defense too. That's why he got a defensive coordinator. Remember that year we had Rob Ryan? No, Steve Spagnuolo.
Like LeBron James fan, bro. You is fighting for this man.
When we had Steve Spagnuolo, y'all remember that? I know Sal, you remember that. And we set the record for the most points given up by defense.
I remember.
Let me tell you what.
The offense was great. The offense was good. But Steve's defense was giving up a lot of points. And this is the same situation.
Let me say this too, because Sean Payton don't have a problem putting up 60 on people. But he damn sure can't take it though.
I mean, he said he's aware. The reporter kept
what more you know. What? Why you can't say we got our ass whooped? It's my fault.
Hey Ben, I'm gonna tell you what this
story. He gonna say that regardless. He always take up for that type of stuff.
I wouldn't be saying what I'm saying if you would have said it though. I wouldn't have nothing to say.
You remember when Bill Parcells left the Giants and he went to the Patriots. The Patriots was pretty good, okay? So now the league is on Bill Parcells. He's that guy. So he leaves the Patriots, and I think he goes to who next? The Jets or the Cowboys? Might have been the Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Okay, gets to the Cowboys. Now everybody still think, oh, it's a big hire. This is a big sign because this is Bill Parcells. The league evolves, my dude. It changes every year. Sean Payton offense 10 years ago, 20 years ago was the shit. Now it is in the toilet. That shit is easy to figure out. Teams the way I watch Miami play.
That's yet to be determined.
But I'm gonna say this. I will say this in his defense. He learned a very valuable lesson. Don't put your mouth on people. One, you don't even know what Nathaniel Hackett went through in Denver, or what you know now.
Well, yeah, he said, of course, he made his bed late in, and as you can see with the Jets, he can't get the ball barely past the 50-yard line. So I mean, it has to be Hackett. The only reason he got the job is just because of Aaron Rodgers, his old buddy, old pal.
You trying to bail your boy out?
I'm just saying. I mean, he carried it over from the Broncos to the Jets. I mean, what more do you need? We already know what Nathaniel Hackett is. We already
know what the Jets are. And at the same
time, we know what Nathaniel Hackett
allows Nathaniel Hackett to call that bullshit instead of just running the ball.
Bro, let me answer this.
Brees Hall, how many carry Brees Hall had?
Hey Ben, answer this, and we can move on. If this was any other coach not named Sean Payton, you'd be sitting your ass up.
Yep.
No.
If this was
I hardly ever attack coaches unless they just do a terrible job. I hardly ever say anything bad about coaches.
Okay.
Yeah, am I right about that?
You're right. But I'm just saying,
say anything bad about coaches.
We all will be giving Sean McVay all kinds of hell if his team lost 70-20.
Yeah, because he try to buy stuff. Like he just try to add all these star players to the team to create a super team and go win. So But let's talk on the Dolphins real quick. Flowers is two of the best quarterback in NFL right now.
You know what? I'm gonna go on a limb just to make it. I'm gonna say it like this: scheme, talent, yes. Everything around him, yes, it can make him the best quarterback. But talent-wise, arm talent, no. But Mike McDaniel, Tyreek Hill, the scheme, everything. Look, they can put up a 30-piece any given Sunday. No doubt about it. You know, so that's dangerous. So yeah, I would say with him and this scheme, yes, it makes him the most dangerous quarterback in the league.
I would say how he's playing right now, since he putting up stats, his team is winning. Well, they're 3-0, right? So
think about last year too.
Yeah, so you have to get him now as the best quarterback right now, as we saw with Patrick Mahomes struggling. So yeah, I'll say the Dolphins as a whole.
See, wait. Let's not say Patty's struggling. We can say the people around.
Well, his receiver. What'd you say? His team is struggling. His receivers.
Yeah, Patty's not struggling. Patty's out there balling.
All right. So yeah, I'll give him the title for now, just because of how the Dolphins are playing. But I'm not sold as him as the best player, but as of now, he is.
3 weeks.
Well, yeah, it's 3 weeks. That's what I'm saying. Right now, you can crown him, but let's wait till the end of the season. We see how everything plays out. All right. The Chargers. No, that's not the next game. The next game is. Oh yeah, I am right. Chargers beat the Vikings 28-24. You talking about Kirk, RC? Is this on Kirk Cousins, or just the Vikings team is just not that good?
Neither team wanted to win the game.
Nope.
They were trying to give it to the other team. It just so happened the Vikings found a way. They made one more dumber play. And I say this, I'm going to start this week. I got an egg-sucking dog top 3. And Kirk Cousins number 2. Because what he does to his team and his fan base is ridiculous. He going to get paid at the end of the year, y'all. Y'all might not believe it, but Kirk Cousins might go back to the Commanders and get paid. Somebody going to pay.
True. That is true.
He is Kirk Cousins. He is John Stockton and Karl Malone through the regular season. He go put up some crazy. Go look at his stat line, bro. Like he is a stat stuffer. But the issue with this dude is, man, it's like in his mind, in his energy, you can feel it. It's him, Jameis Winston, Dak Prescott, Jimmy Garoppolo. You could just feel the dumb shit finna happen. It's like, and it always happened at the time. Like you look where he was at on the field, bro. Right, it's like, dude, you're a veteran quarterback. Come on, man. But I feel sorry for the Vikings fan base, man. I feel your pain because I had Jimmy Garoppolo, but Vikings are much better than their record.
Yeah, as T. Rice put it, you in purgatory.
Yeah,
that means you in between. You're not going up or down. You in between. And you stuck.
Yeah.
Flowers. What the Chargers? Are they back on track? How you feeling about this offense now?
Look, it's not the offense. It's the damn coach, man. It's the coach, Brandon Staley. Like RC said, man, they had turns of giving the damn game away. Why would you go for it on your own 24? Up by 4, Vikings have no timeouts, and you go for it. I do not understand this, man. This is not Madden. You're not playing computer where I can go for it on 4th down as I'm playing computer because I want to see if I can get a stop. You do not put anybody in that position to have to defend a short field like that. That is wrong on Brandon Staley to put his players in that kind of predicament. That I will say, because if they don't pull that out, I think his ass would got fired. He still needs to get fired.
Wasn't they up by 1?
No, it was up by 4. No, it was late.
Yeah, it was at half-field, at midfield.
Yeah, they didn't get it.
And he went for it.
And I'm like, you give the Vikings a short field, and like RC said, here comes Kirk Cousins to save the day. Instead of throwing the ball out of bounds, having another play, you want to throw it and it gets picked. You want to force it and it gets picked off, and boom, there's bails out Brandon Staley. Because all it was. I mean, they played good. The defense got a hold of Kirk Cousins a few times and stuff like that. But
they let Justin Jefferson get loose.
Yeah. I mean, he only gets loose at home. You know, I'm starting to notice it about Justin Jefferson. He cannot score nowhere but in Minnesota for some odd reason. I don't know what
that's
that
true.
is.
Cause that was his first touchdown of the season.
Yep.
Yeah.
He struggled.
Yeah, I never really thought about that.
What?
Of course, I never
what?
had him in fantasy, so I never just
Right.
I never got a chance to actually own him in fantasy.
But what Flowers just told you is what a lot of bettors do. They look at the fine line of what the player does on the road and at home, and how he plays in bad weather. They go back and look at his stats from last year.
I gotta look at more stuff. Like the Cardinals. I know we'll talk about that later. The Cardinals are what, 8-1 in their last 9 against Dallas. And,
Think about it, bro. Kyler Murray has never lost to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And he wasn't even there. It's something in the air, in the water when they play the Cowboys.
Yeah, just like that with some of these teams.
Cowboys just took them for granted, man. It was just. Well, I will talk about that. It was something very telling.
We'll talk about
was
it.
in that win for the Cardinals. All right. The Patriots beat the Jets 15-10. I watched a couple of minutes of it. I didn't really have no big notes on this. It's just it was just a game, really. It really was just a game that the Patriots controlled throughout the whole way. Pro Football Focus brought this up. They said, why do Zach Wilson always run out of pocket from pressure? Like, he always drifting away instead of like trying to manipulate the pocket. RC, can you tell them why?
Well, first of all, I'm big on protecting my quarterbacks because I know all quarterbacks are that's drafted in those positions or put in bad position. We need to start talking about Robert Saleh's inability to be able to find an offensive coordinator, one, and also utilize his skill players the correct way. Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook should have ran the ball ad nauseum and set this kid up better. This kid is being asked to be Aaron Rodgers, and he's not. Aaron Rodgers was, if you see what happened to Aaron Rodgers, that means the offensive line had to let whoever get to Aaron Rodgers to put him in that position. So they have an offensive line problem. They have a skilled player on the outside problem because you outside of Wilson, who's the other guy, right? And so you can't just. It's easy to blame Zach, but man, when you start getting hit like that, and you start like my guy said, Donald said a few years back, he was seeing ghosts.
Ghosts.
Like, bro, it's bigger than Zach Wilson, but he gonna get the blame because he's the quarterback. So I understand.
Right. When Breece Hall only have 2 targets, you gotta get that man in space. They don't call him Breece Lightning for nothing. Get that man in space.
Right.
And Dalvin Cook had 8 carries for 18 yards. Breece Hall had 12 carries for 18 yards.
Pathetic.
That goal line is terrible. Flower, what did you like from the Patriots in this win?
Nothing, honestly. If I'm honestly speaking, nothing.
Right.
Because it's what we thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, Belichick wasn't gonna get out coached by Nathaniel Hackett. That was my prediction Friday, and it came down to a Hail Mary that they almost caught at the end. But I didn't really see too much. Now I will say, I wouldn't be surprised if New England drafted a quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
they
be shocked.
try to. Then they they picked up that Matt Corral from somebody's practice squad.
He left though. Then they signed Greer.
Greer from Panthers. Will Greer.
That was on the practice squad he was on the Bengals practice squad, but it was Dallas in the preseason. So
that's right.
That's not definite. That's not lock and key. And I'm trying not to be mean to Matt Jones, but you can only do what they give you. But I just don't think it's a lot of continuity with him and Bill Belichick. I just don't think that they mesh. And from the offense that they put out there, it's just it's
lackadaisical. It's just like nothing special about it. If it weren't for Pharaoh Brown touchdown, Patriots might be in trouble.
Because that was on Sauce Gardner because that was blown coverage on him.
Mm-hmm. So without that touchdown, Patriots might not make it out of it.
Maybe,
all right,
we'll never know.
You never know because Zach Wilson still running for his life as today. That's just terrible with that O line, though. All right, the Bills took the old Commanders, gave them an old fashioned butt whooping, 37-3. Now, RC, you saw Sam Howell performance. Do that answer your questions for the Commanders quarterback situation?
I'm kind of confused about what the Commanders are doing when it comes to this quarterback position. It's kind of like the Jets and a few other teams who are just giving it. It's like we want to waste a season. I mean, it's blatant that you're tanking. Very obvious that you're tanking, but you got a real good defense, real good run game, good skilled players on offense. Like, you don't have to tank. It's no guarantee that Caleb Williams is going to come in and be a great quarterback in the National Football League. So why not just go ahead and get a guy who's proven? And I could, like I said, Kirk Cousins can end up back there, but Jimmy Garoppolo would have been a better fit than this kid. I mean, because I understand Jimmy turns the ball over, but with given talent more than just Devontae Adams, Jimmy would probably look better than this kid. I just feel like Sam is another one of my quarterbacks who's being put in a tough situation to actually do too much. And Eric Bieniemy probably in there on his ass. You hear me? Like, he in
It was
he in there like
terrible.
major pain. He like, you want me to take your mind off that finger and break the other one. That's Eric Bieniemy. So Sam Howell's in a tough situation, man, and he gonna be the fall guy too as well.
Yeah, he had a rough outing, man. He had 4 interceptions and he was sacked 9 times.
Who the
Goodness
backup?
gracious.
Jacoby.
Jacoby
Jacoby.
Brissett.
He'll be starting.
Flowers, what did you like from the Bills?
I don't know what happened. After week 1, man, I guess they got their stuff together because the past 2 weeks the Bills have played, man, they have been whooping up on some people. I give them credit. Josh Allen. Well, like I said, he had a good competition on defense. Josh Allen did what he needed to do, but I am happy to see that they're starting to hand the ball off a little more. Let James Cook do his thing. The kid has been consistently giving you, 70 plus the past 2 games. I think he had 100 plus week prior, and he had 98 yards, this past week. So hand the ball off 30 times, you throw it 32 times. There's the balance that I be preaching about with some of these teams that they need to protect some of these quarterbacks. So look, keep it on. Like Buffalo, Miami, collision course, Sunday.
Got that right. Yeah, Buffalo had some design runs for Allen. That's what you need, man. You need to just miss it up. You don't need him
And
dropping
not too
back.
many.
Yeah, not too many. Just design a couple of runs for him. That's it. Just to throw teams off. RC, where will you rank the Bills right now in the AFC?
I would rank them behind Miami. Miami's 1, they'll be 2. I just feel like, to me personally, that, like you said, the last 2 weeks they got it together. It's gonna be a big game, this week between those 2 teams. But looking at the AFC, they're better than the Chiefs because the Chiefs are still trying to figure out who they are on offense outside of Travis Kelce. Defensively, the Chiefs are good, but Buffalo's a complete team. I think Buffalo really let the Jets off the hook in week 1 with a lot of emotion. So I'll have them at 2 behind the Dolphins.
Yeah, I feel like Chiefs let a lot of their skill players go. They shouldn't have. That's like they weren't paying them guys that much anyway, so I don't know why they let them go. Especially McCole Hardman. I felt like they could have kept him. All right. Let's do a score update real quick. The Eagles are beating the Bucks 25-11. And the Rams and the Bengals are tied at 6-6.
Barn burner.
Oh man, I bet that Bengals and Rams game is bad right now.
Totally.
Nobody ain't driving, nobody ain't scoring.
I believe the Rams will figure it out before the Bengals win this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I decided to go with the Rams. Because at least they putting up points. The Bengals. I don't know. I would like to know how many points have the Bengals have put up over the past 3 games. If
they had 24 week 2. So what? Maybe 40 points. If you're thinking about what they got now in the past 3 games, that's crazy.
Especially for that offense. All right, the Texans beat the Jazz 37-7. 17. Flowers. What's going on with the Jazz here?
Well, look, obviously, I guess we crowned them too early as far as them being the team to take the next step. Maybe it's too early to crown them. I'm starting to think it kind of started last year until they started playing a little better. But I feel like we should have beat them week 1. Didn't happen. Shouts out to them. But the past 2 weeks they couldn't get it together. Against Kansas City. Kansas City big brother them like they always do. But for Houston to come in, I would understand if Houston was at home and Jacksonville traveled to Houston and they lost this game. But to be at home and that to be your opener and you to come out that flat, and especially for Lawrence to be outplayed by CJ, with Lawrence having more talent, man, that's got to be disappointing in a sense.
Right. Especially since Trevor and the offense put been taking the next step, and the Texans are down their best corner. They should have took advantage of that. RC Sunshine's your boy. Can you diagnose the problem?
I think for me, with him, it's bigger than just him. I think they have an issue with far as turnovers at the wrong time, inconsistency on the defensive side of the ball, and then it's like they're another team that don't have a true identity. Like, I don't know why teams are getting away from the run game. Those teams that are running the ball, establishing in the early, they are. You look at the teams that are undefeated or teams that have the better records. Those teams are running the football and getting some out of the run game. This team is very inconsistent. And then watching him, he does a lot of stuff on. He kind of reminds me of like Carson Wentz. He just don't get hurt, but he runs around a lot, makes a lot of plays with his feet, and he throws balls into tight windows. But I think he'll be fine. They're just like the Detroit Lions, very inconsistent. It's a good comparison. You might.
Had a couple of drives where they turned the ball over and gave the Texans good field position, and the block field goal didn't help. Trevor Lawrence interception in the third quarter didn't help. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you cannot turn the ball over and expect to win the football game. The Texans, they young and up and coming. So you got to handle business right then. You got to get pressure on CJ, make him uncomfortable. It seemed like he was very comfortable in the pocket. I haven't seen him that comfortable.
He didn't get sacked.
Since Ohio State. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I haven't seen him that comfortable since Ohio State. So that's telling. I don't know if they just had trouble getting pressure or they weren't blitzing them. After a while, you'd think you'll blitz them if you're not getting no pressures on them.
Neither team had a sack on either quarterback.
That's see, that was I think the Jaguars turnovers was screwed them, and at the very end, they had 3 costly. The block field goal was big.
The first half, you got to remember, Houston was up 17-0, but Jacksonville started trying to
coming back.
In the fourth quarter, Houston just blew them out the water. Got to give C.J. Stroud some credit though, man. He had played a hell of a game. Hell of a first start of the 3 games. He made passes against us when we played him. Other than us, getting to him and making things difficult for him. When he had a chance to throw the ball, man, he put it on the dime.
Yeah, he got some zip on that. He close to averaging 300 yards passing.
Yeah,
he getting up there. All right, the Saints, man, they lose in a crushing fashion to the Packers, 18-17. Man, like I said, I was chilling, man, enjoying my Sunday. If I was a drinking man, I'd probably have a couple alcoholic beverages, vodkas on the rock, having a good time. But the Saints know how to screw up a good party. Because, man, I was just like watching y'all games, talking to y'all, talking noise like I always do. And here come my Saints. Derek Carr get hurt. And like I said, soon Derek Carr went out, I knew that the game was over because everything went vanilla, guys. I mean vanilla. They saw Winston running in. They said, hey, go to the 10 play call sheet. That's it. That's all we giving them. It was terrible. Everything. Winston overthrowing receivers.
You really
pressure.
You really believe that?
Man, they went to the kitty sheet. Yes. You know how you give your kid a kitty menu? They can't read the big menu, so you gotta give them the kitty one, the shorter version. That's what they gave him, and you can tell in the play call it's very conservative, very vanilla. I said,
so you actually think that the Saints' number 2 quarterback, who, if you look at these two guys coming out of college, Jameis was a better quarterback. Derek's been given more chances to succeed than Jameis. And you mean to tell me that Jameis comes in the game and it's it's like a big drop off where you can't do nothing.
Conservative. It was conservative.
Well, guess what, brother? Guess what, brother? Jameis drive you down the field, get you in field goal range, and your field goal kicker. Now, what Jameis got to do with field goal kicking?
That's on his. That's on him too. But Jameis, he did what he had to do to get us down there. But we didn't score none that second half.
Listen, bro.
After the 17, we didn't get diddly squat.
Listen what I'm telling you.
That's the problem.
The word is diddly poo. That's what the old Saints coach said. Diddly poo. But this guy did his job. Your kicker missed the field goal.
I'm not blaming Jameis. I'm not blaming Jameis. I'm saying that the play calling got real vanilla. That means they don't trust him. They'll like, don't screw this up. So guess who was on? Okay.
It's not like you were winning 30-0.
Right.
But we were driving with Derek Carr. We were getting there. Like we was up 17-0. So we was already driving with Derek Carr.
But my point is, Mr. Irrelevant came into a game. Mr. Irrelevant came into a game last year against the Miami Dolphins. They was on fire. They saved the 49. You mean to tell me a Heisman Trophy winner, you don't trust him?
It's not me. Go talk to Pete Carmichael, who called the play.
No, Dennis Allen. He another one. He need to be with
Hey, they need to get Pete Carmichael. They need to get the whole coach staff. I'm done with all of them. Get them out of here, man. I'm tired of this crap. I'm tired of this every freaking Sunday. I'm coming and watch the game and they blowing it. For what? I said, you know what? I thought I was over this.
You're 2-1. You trying to blow the thing up already? 2-1, bro.
Man, no. It's not.
You can see he got a leak in the ship.
It's incompetence. They sign all these garbage offensive linemen to major contracts, and they can't stop a nosebleed. They can't open up gaps for running backs.
Y'all have given up a lot of sacks the past 3 games.
Derek Carr been sacked like 4 times a game, and they can't even run the ball. So we can't pass protect, nor can we run block. So. And let's get Cesar Luis a new contract. Let's pay him some money. For what? He don't deserve none of that. And we got a big giant, a big galoot, as we used to say back in the day, sitting on bitch and Andres Pete collecting money, a first-round draft pick. Come on, man. It's just
I like the Breesy kid. The Breesy kid looks pretty good. The Breesy kid is pretty good.
Yeah, look, Dennis Allen, he good doing defense. But they gotta cut base, man. I'm sorry. I cannot continue to do this with Pete Carmichael and this offense. It's garbage. It's poo. Send them to Denver since they buddy. And send Dennis Allen out here too, man. Cause he letting his crap go on and he letting these players get major contracts, especially his offensive line, they're not doing anything. This is what pisses me off because we have the pieces, but they're not doing nothing with them.
I ain't seen one defensive coordinator build a great offensive line yet.
My word. Thank you. Like, so we let our O-line coach go. It's pitiful. It's straight pitiful. And I actually thought I was over this. I said, I'm not gonna let Saints games upset me. But Sunday I was upset. I was highly upset.
Niggas come back in Packers history.
And Jordan Love was garbage. Like Jordan Love,
he was garbage.
It was Jordan hate most of the game.
Yep.
Then all of a sudden, come alive. He comes alive because Derek Carr go down and now
I'm gonna tell you what happened, bro.
Don't know what to do.
The Saints, when the Saints used to travel, I will give Sean Payton this. When the Saints used to travel with Sean Payton, they packed a lot of voodoo. They didn't bring the big brown bag of voodoo. They ran out. The shit wore off. I'm telling you, man, it backfired. Somebody rubbed something on the back of Derek Carr's leg because he's new to the whole thing. You can't tell me. It almost looked like y'all were tanking. Because, bro, I had the money. Hold on. You think you mad? I had money in the bag. All I needed the Saints to do was to finish the deal. And they couldn't finish the deal. And this is the thing. I left the room, man. That's how confident I was. Because this ain't the Sean Payton
Yeah,
team.
I
So
was over
I
there
ain't got to worry about
chilling.
it. Sean Payton, it's like he stuck his head out like, hey, for a split second. It's the same thing. They talk about Dak and Saints going Saints. I'm like, come on, man. Come on, man. Who they play this week? Might not pick them. Who they play?
Have the Bucks.
Oh, that's gonna be a good game.
It's gonna be a good game. But we cannot, if they gonna do vanilla type calling, then y'all just need to get out the lead, man. That's not how you play football. When you have a 17-0 lead, you continue to put the gas to the pedal, man. The pedal, come on, it's I can't fathom Pete Carmichael saying, "Oh, James coming in, he gonna throw some interception." What's worse,
No, I
calling
don't think
plays that
Pete's saying
getting you
that, bro.
no
I think
yards
I don't think
or
Pete
interception?
Pete ain't looking at Jameis and saying he gonna throw it himself. Y'all looking at
Hey,
him
go
like that.
RC, go watch the second half.
I
Yeah, you
did.
gonna see.
Because I was trying to get the money. Like, what's up? I was sweating bullets. Bro,
Yeah.
listen, when you get in field goal range, I'm like, we got it. We
No,
got
I
it.
wasn't for sure. I wasn't for sure that
We
he gonna
got it.
make
I
it.
was saying we. That ball D. I was like, you got to be kidding me, man.
Who y'all
They make that
GM?
up.
And Loomis.
Loomis, yes.
When is Mickey Loomis gonna start getting some fire health at his feet?
I mean, he does good job like drafting and getting us key players, but
He also drafted Luis, Pete.
right, yeah, a
some other
guy from
things too.
Michigan that I never heard of. Sent his tail
Hey.
back to Michigan.
What was guy name?
Caesar Louise.
Well, guess what?
Y'all
Check
center.
this out. Check this out. You're not gonna put that on Caesar. Yeah. One guy don't make your offensive line bad. They're a unit.
Why Caesar? Watch
Okay.
him.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about the money, like y'all cap problems,
Yes.
everything. Because if that was Will Lutz, y'all win that game.
Yeah,
Yep.
they used to call him Big Nut Lutz.
Mm-hmm.
So
And then
hey.
they bring in your boy. Everybody know when they finna run the ball. You see 7 run out on the field.
Hey, don't start that. Don't start that. Cause he did. That's why we had them. How many yards did Taysom had? Don't start that, man.
12 yards off of 4 carries.
Make him a running back or sit his ass down.
Aren't y'all glad what's calling back this week?
Yes,
Kamara.
thank the heavens Alvin Kamara is back. Because now they're gonna help out the running game, cause we can leak them out and stretch the plays out. Because it's getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. All right, Flowers, your time to shine. The Colts. Hold on. Where's the score? Okay, Colts beat the Ravens 22-19. The floor is yours, sir.
Look, the big word of the day is resiliency. Because we were resilient. Defense, kudos to the defense. The front 7, secondary, everybody played a major part. Special teams. It was a 3-team phase this past weekend, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Offense did what they need to do. Zach Moss, offensive line on the ground. We can talk about the pressures that Minshew took, the hits that he took also. I'll get to that. But just the ground and pound game and the defense being resilient against Lamar. Shout out to Lamar also because he played a pretty good game. The one thing I will say about the Ravens is they need somebody, and we've been saying this since last year, they need somebody that can take the top off of defense because there's so much stuff that they do that's underneath, and it probably wouldn't hurt for them if they could find a predominant back also, a running back, because Gus Edwards got hurt yesterday. You bringing Melvin Gordon in. Melvin Gordon's not it. Gus is pretty good.
Justin Hill's out too.
Yeah, Justice Hill was out, but they don't have anybody prominent back there to be able to take the load off Lamar. I mean, Lamar almost had 100 yards on us, but it was him being selective. We know how shifty Lamar is. I like his run style because he gets out of bounds, he gets down, and he picks spots, and he picked a certain amount of time to run. But Lamar's arm is great. It's too much underneath stuff with them. Too much in the middle of the field, which is fine, but they got to be able to take the top off of defense. That hurt them yesterday. But our defense, pressure after pressure. Shout out to RC's boy, Quiddy Pay, man. Great game yesterday. I said front 7, great game. Linebackers, great game. Thought we did lose it at the end, especially when Gardner stepped out, got the safety. But Baltimore got the ball back. They froze. We tied up. Justin Tucker misses a field goal. I think it was a 61, 62
61
yarder.
yarder. It was straight down the line. When you saw it, you thought he made it? When you saw it straight down the line?
I just knew he was going to make it. My mind was like, yeah, he's probably about to make this. And then just to see it just float down, and I'm like, well, we got a chance. We get in overtime. I don't understand why Harbaugh didn't punt it. That I will say.
Right.
If anything, would it be in that late in overtime, drag us back, make us go 80 yards, make Minshew beat us, drive the field, play for the tie. We can't get the win, but we got a big stop. EJ Speed. I know a lot of people saying, "Oh, that was a face mask," but you know what? Damn it, they were holding, our front seven the whole day when Lamar's taking off. So we're gonna call that even Steven. But great game by the defense. Shout out Matt Gay. Hell of a leg. 5 straight 50-plus yarders, man. 4 or 5. I can't remember the number. But great job yesterday.
Yeah, the Colts got a big win over the Ravens. It was a hard-fought game. The Ravens, they're going to have to figure out that wide receiver core. They got names, but they don't have no passing game. I think that's what holding them back. Maybe they need to make a trade for somebody. Maybe they should buy in D-Hop. I think didn't D-Hop visit them? Or no, it was OBJ that was the only receiver that visited them. Maybe they should have waited for D-Hop. They need a better possession receiver.
No,
a bigger guy on the outside.
They got possession receivers. They need somebody that can take the top off.
I thought that's why they brought in Zay Flowers, though.
Zay Flowers is a slot guy that they're going to hit going across the field, and he's going to sit in the middle of the field.
What about Dan Duvernay play?
Yep.
Yeah, but he didn't get. He got one target. He's a special team guy now.
Yeah.
What's the other speed guy? They got one more.
Bateman. Bateman got 3 targets.
Bateman. What happened to Bateman?
One catch for our defense, man. Defense played great.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to say this. The issue with Lamar Jackson, I watched it. He don't play from the pocket. His game is a lot of broken plays. He plays like Russell used to play in Seattle. A lot of stuff breaks down, and then he finds his tight end over the middle. He don't play from the pocket. That's why in today's football, Tua looks more polished. He looked more polished. He looks more aware of and having an understanding of what it is he want to do with the football. He know where he's going with it.
Let me counter you with that though, Steve, because I will say Lamar, he sat in the pocket. He was very decisive. He took what the defense gave him. He didn't force the issue. That I will say though.
Yeah, he didn't force it.
He didn't force the issue.
But sometimes you gotta make a big play. Like that gotta be a shot.
That was him running, but at the same time, the shot wasn't there. So Lamar's big play is him running 11 carries for 104 yards with 2 touchdowns.
So do you think Lamar Jackson can play the style that Patrick Mahomes plays?
Oh, no, I wouldn't. I can't say that because those are Patrick developed that kind of play style. Lamar has his play style. I just feel like Patrick, with his moving around, is he has the arm, and he played baseball. He can make all these kind of different throws. There's a different understanding with Patrick Mahomes' game other than Lamar. Lamar thing is, I can make a play with my legs.
But see,
I have, go ahead.
Which one of them is more sustainable?
Of course, Patrick.
Okay, so this is the problem I have with Lamar Jackson yesterday. Okay. I don't care how many receivers you bring to Lamar Jackson. He's never going to be the quarterback that plays from the pocket, that just lights you up passing through.
So you tell me he ain't going to throw for 5,000 yards?
Hell no. Like
he need a big play guy. For him to even throw over 4,000 yards, he needs somebody that when he can roll out. Yeah, he needs somebody like that.
Yak. He needs yak guys. catch, turn, break 3, 4, 5 tackles, and get down the field.
That too.
That ain't
Yeah,
gonna happen.
I noticed something. Zay Flowers wasn't really breaking any tackles.
He's soaking wet. What 180, 190
Yep.
pounds?
They were expecting him to be like Tyreek, though. They were expecting him to get in
Ain't
space
but one
and
of
make
those.
all these
Look
people
how
miss.
big. I mean, have you just really looked at Tyreek Hill?
He's stout. He's like what 210.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
And then Zay Flowers is 9 pounds 6 ounces. He got to grow into that. I don't think you really get. That's the one thing when you drafted in the draft. These are one-on-ones. We've never seen a Tyreek Hill before he came in the league. So you can go find another one. If you play all these many years of football and you've never seen this type of build of a receiver, you got a running back build playing wide receiver. Okay.
Yeah, not running that fast and that short, you know.
And he can take a 5-yard slant.
That's what I'm saying.
He can take it
maybe
50, 60 plus yards for a touchdown.
Dante Hall was a kick returner, and that's the only thing I could think of is just somebody just catching the ball in space. Yeah, there's nobody like Tyreek Hill in that build. You had guys that can break it open, but there's nobody like that. I doubt you're finding in the next 10, 20 years, maybe.
Tyreek might be once in a lifetime kind of player.
Right. That would make him so great, man. At that size, he packed a punch. All right. The Panthers lose to Seahawks 27-37. Hey, RC, the Red Rocket. You know, he look all right out there. He might need to be the starter, huh?
Yeah, I mean, he ain't gonna be the starter, but one thing I can say about him, he made me go out and get Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen needs to be on a different team. Like actually, Adam Thielen made a very poor choice in going to Carolina.
Yeah, I understand that.
Man, he could have been really good helping somebody, contender. He's that
Chiefs.
good.
He would have been great with Chiefs.
Yep. Yep. But I was impressed by the red rifle. I was kind of wondering to myself, like, that's another thing about these guys that you know, like, why isn't he in Washington? Or why isn't, you know, like this goes back, I don't know what Washington doing, but he came in and played well. He was very serviceable. Then DJ Shark is his name, Shark. He played well, so I was surprised.
Yeah, DJ Chark, he ain't no slouch. When he was back in Jacksonville, I was kind of surprised they let him walk. You know, I guess they ain't want to pay him that money, but still, he was a number one receiver there, but he's really a number two, a legit number two. And that's what make it, you know, wild that the Chargers let him walk. But Geno and them boys pulled it off. Flowers. The Seahawks, you know, they looking at the 49ers. You think they can keep up and potentially make a playoff run?
I mean, the NFC speaks for itself, so I think Seattle will be in the thick of it when it comes down to it. Look, Seattle has a lot of good talent. They're young, energetic. They play just like Pete Carroll X. You know, free, energetic. I like it. Kenneth Walker, they had the combination of Walker and the other running back from UCLA, Charbonnet. They looked pretty good yesterday. Geno, as you don't like him, of course, wasn't too shabby yesterday.
He threw an interception in the second quarter right to the guy.
He did. Look, when you do bad, you do bad. But you know, Geno does enough, of course, enough and plenty for them to win these games. But you know, Seattle just when you get up there in the northwestern part of the United States and play that 12 man, that's a tough task.
All right. He actually looked for DK. So, you know, DK had a down year last year. But not last year, the year before Russ left. He was having a bad year. So he's looking in top tip shape. All right. The Bears, man. They lose to the Chiefs 41-10. They didn't even score. It was 30-0 to halftime. They didn't score till after halftime.
Wow.
All right, here. What's going on, RC? How long can Justin Fields last in Chicago?
Well, I've been defending Justin Fields because I have my outlook on quarterbacks being drafted to bad teams. Yeah, the Bears are bad, but I sent you a video might have been yesterday of him hitting people in the head with a damn ball, side arm and trying to throw around. Like, I really feel like, and I didn't like the way he handled the media through his team, coaches under the bus. I think Justin Fields needs to fucking mature. Because listen, here's the problem. Here's the problem with these guys. They get the money, they come into the league. Okay, yo, we know you having problems with your coaches. That they learning too. Everybody in the building is new.
Yeah.
But when there's a wide open guy there, that's your job, brother. Like it didn't change that much from college to the NFL to where the guy is wide open in the orange jersey. Now I saw a guy that plays for the Cowboys who loves to throw the different jersey color. So maybe he got the same disease that guy got because his guys are running free at some point. And I saw your receiver that you're talking about. He ain't that bad. These guys are getting open.
Mooney. Yeah,
He
Mooney. He's
just
shifty.
he's patting the rock.
Yep.
Because like I said, he's like Lamar in a sense. They want to run. They want the play to break down, then they find you wide open when the play break down. So, I just feel like, man, the kid needs to mature as a professional and take more accountability and didn't, do his job. Because he looked really bad yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't. The whole media thing happened a couple days ago. I didn't like that. He tried to blame the media for taking that content, but they didn't really take it out of content. They just you said coach, and that's all you need to hear. If I'm a guy and you say, man, I said, man, what's wrong with your team, man? What's going on? And soon he said coaches, my mind directly thinking about the coaches. I ain't thinking about nothing else he just said. I'm thinking about what he just mentioned. The first thing come out your mouth. So that means that you think that's the problem.
Right.
So you said it right. Own up to it. Like yeah, I don't think of course can't really say that because you're playing for a professional team, but
right.
He made that mistake, and now we're seeing it in games where he's not improving and it look like it's getting worse.
Right.
Especially against the Chiefs, man. He didn't have, I don't know, like you said, he holding the ball for too long. He was taking sacks. How many times he was sacked
Sacked
yesterday?
3 times.
Felt like 10 times.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was no time. He was running, and I don't know what he was looking at. DJ Moore finally had a touchdown at the end, but I really hate this for just because I want to believe in him, but now I'm just like, bro, you gotta get better too. It's just not coaches, man. You gotta hit that wide open receiver when it's given to you.
Right.
What you think?
Look, I'm on boat with y'all. That was a beatdown. Oh, Justin Fields, man. I like the kid. Like, me and my wife used to watch him on Netflix when, used to have that high school show, when they're showing him going to Georgia and stuff. Went to Georgia, didn't want to compete. He left, went to Ohio State. That I will say. Not trying to knock the kid or nothing.
Yep.
But we got to understand Justin Fields. RC's right. You got to be a professional at all times, because when you give people like the media ammunition, and they don't even have to do anything, they'll just sit there, and hope for you to mess up the way you did and say what you said, because when you bring coaching into it, that's all that's going to be talked about is
Right.
this, that. Then you got
so why
DJ
you say
Moore.
that?
You got DJ Moore on the field, mic'd up, got a hot mic. They say, oh man, they ain't using you right. DJ Moore said, I know.
See, the NFL wrong for that, bro. They should never release that bit.
That's controversy. That's us watching TV, the first takes, the Skips and whoever else, the Colin Cowherd. That's ammunition for them. That gives them the ammunition all they need for us to talk about too. That's all it is.
I don't think he knew what White was wearing the mic. I don't think he would have said that if he knew.
No, he knew. No, they know. No, they know. I mean, these players walk around mic'd up.
And they tell you.
Some guys don't know because they're like, "Oh, you might." He's like, "Yeah, I'm mic'd up." Like you see guys tell other guys, like, "Yeah, I'm mic'd up," but I don't know. He knew for sure.
Think about when you watch a live football game. You hear cussing. You hear if you really just listen, you can hear a lot of stuff if you just really pay attention.
You heard Gino say, "Oh God."
I've heard some stuff over the past 20 plus years of me watching TV, watching football.
Yep.
It's very unfortunate. Yeah, like we know it's coaches, but they learn, like you said, they learn too. I hardly ever just get on coaches, but
remember, that is not their guy.
Right. That's what we that style they try to implement. They try to see, can he run it? If he can't, oh well, that's not their problem. They try to implement what they know how to do. I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but at least try to work with Fields. At least try to make it a little bit more simpler for him, even though you don't totally agree with his play style. But at least y'all trying to win games. And it's just a bad
Line's terrible
thing for
too.
these guys, huh?
The offensive line is terrible too. Remember, I told you Friday
Right.
that the offensive line is bad. They had third string center. I mean, sometimes as soon as the ball was snapped, he would try to sit, and Chris Jones just
Chris
right.
Jones Chris Jones had a field day. I was like, y'all not gonna do anything about this man? Like, and then that white guy was coming through. What is his name?
The guy they drafted.
Purdue
guy. George Kalafakis, what his name is.
Man, I was like, dang, these boys, they ain't bitch over because, like I said, they couldn't even move the ball. They didn't even get past. They barely got past that, the midfield. All right, the Cowboys, the dang on Cowboys, or should we call them Cowgirls, since they're dropping games like this?
I call them the stinkers. We're gonna call them.
All right, they lose to the Cards 28-16. I'll let RC take over here.
Well, I watched that game because I like to watch the Cowboys lose, so I made sure I watched every moment of the game. And the game, what I saw, the Cardinals came out motivated, inspired. They played. They didn't look scared. They actually ran the ball at Michael Parsons. I think that's the way you play that defense. You run at him. And then also Joshua Dobbs, show him some love. It's another quarterback. Played within himself, made key passes, didn't take a lot of sacks, didn't throw an interception. So that's definitely a guy who played a past product abilities. I enjoy watching him play, but it was a great game, man. Let down game for Cowboys. Some Cowboy fans are saying that because they didn't have they star cornerback and one of their linemen, that's the reason why they lost. But excuses are like buttholes. Everybody got one. And I want to, since he done slipped off the map here, and he give me a hard time all the time. I'll be falling off. They must have got his ass too. Where he at?
They done slipped up and got him too. See, he sure enough be giving you a hard time.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they got it. And there you go. He back. He ain't back yet. But yeah, let's keep it going. What you think about it, Flower?
That was disappointing, to say the least. It's funny, but disappointing. It's funny in the sense because for the past 2 weeks, we've heard about, Dallas is just this extraordinary, extravagant team that's going to go to the Super Bowl, and the defense is one of the best we've seen in the last 20 years. All this for them to go to Arizona and to lay a brick.
Right.
222 yards on the ground from Arizona yesterday. But you know what? If you go back and think about it, this has always been Dallas's problem. This is why we this is why we thought the Jets might have had a chance, because we thought they might have been smart enough to run the ball at them. It's been there. They're not going to beat teams like the Eagles and the 49ers because they're not physical enough to handle them. Dallas will always be at the advantage when they're up, when those pass rushers can pin their ears back. Michael Parsons can sit up here and dance around, but Michael Parsons cannot be 6, whatever he is, 260-something pounds, and can't take on the run, and can't stop the run. You got to be able to defend the run. Michael Parsons can't do it. And we can sit up here and talk about Diggs being out, this and that, but I got to give Gannon credit. I know we gave him shit before the season started, but I have to give Coach Gannon credit because he has those players coming out playing, going 110 miles an hour, and they're playing basic football, just new age as far as they're in pistol, they got people coming in motion, they're RPOing, and when Dallas got sucked in, they couldn't stop the run. Those linebackers step up, that secondary step up, it allows people to get behind them, and boom, Joshua Dobbs had a day.
And so, Ben, before you say anything, I'm glad you can join us back to Mars.
Man, somebody hijacked my computer, bro. It was going haywire.
I'm like, got his ass. But I look at you now, look like you float in Jupiter somewhere. Welcome back, brother.
Like you floating.
Bro, I had to log in on my laptop. Cause man, my PC just start going crazy. I don't know what's going on. So
you've been looking at something in the business.
Man, nah. Man, y'all saw it glitching. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? So the Cowboys, what was telling me in that game that the Cowboys could not stop the run. They ran it down their throats. So it was just the game got out of hand pretty quick with Dallas
No, they
screwing up.
had a chance.
Yeah.
And nigga, they came all the way back. They drive all the way down for Dak to throw it in the triple coverage.
Yeah.
And they lose the game from that because if they tie that game right there, they win. They're gonna win. They're gonna win the game.
He going again. Got him again.
Nah, I fixed it.
Super Negro is back, y'all. There he is. There he is. There he is. I just happy that I'm just glad it was me, brother. Just
Sorry for
glad it was me.
difficulties, man. It was wild right there. What was going on? I got it to act right. But no, it was just I never seen the Cowboys defense come out and just play flat like that. Like they had no heart, no energy, and they were getting beat in the trenches, which you hardly ever see.
Mm.
And we saw Dak with the interception. I saw what Dak was looking at, but Brandon Cooks kind of drifted, and there was a linebacker right there anyway.
And a safety.
Still.
Yeah, he was looking at Brandon, but Brandon was drifting. And I don't know if Brandon Pupin ran that a route across the linebacker or whatever, but I think it was like miscommunication from what I saw.
It could have been miscommunication, but you don't make that throw. That's too much. That's too foggy. That's too much fog in that area. Because think about it. What kind of throw he could have made that he would have got that pass to Cooks? You can't sidearm it. You can't lie.
Nah, Kyle was covered. The DB was right there.
Yeah.
DB and linebackers right there.
It's a bad throw.
I don't know. It's hard to tell these days with the quarterbacks, man. So yeah, they lost to the Cardinals. I know a lot of people were pissed off. Justin, he was pissed because that was his last team on his parlay. And he thought that was a sure thing.
That's how it be. You think he's locked, and then some
That was happened to you last week with Colorado, wasn't it?
Well, welcome to the world of gambling, my friend.
Yeah, I thought it was a lot too when he sent me his card. I was like, yeah, you got that, bro. You got that.
Somebody let me down this path. Who was it? Somebody messed me up Saturday. It was a college team. I had another week of me having 8 out of 19 right on my tickets. I just need to shorten these tickets up.
Yep. Pretty much.
A lot of games.
All right. The Bengals are beating the Rams 16-9 right now.
Okay.
Stafford is throwing 2 picks.
Let me check.
You doing what Stafford doing?
Yep.
Stafford like things. Mm-hmm.
And well, there go my underdog card.
What draft?
I had Puka. I had him with over 64 yards. And he got 35.
What about
he still got time? I had Tutu was at 65, I think.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
I need to check my card.
But he's at 37. I had Karen Williams scoring a touchdown, but he ain't nothing. RC, did you start him in fantasy?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he ain't in the squad.
My brother C, I didn't mean to do that to you this week.
Hey, bro, listen, I'm down right now. I got to give you some players, bro. I saw that 174. I was like, damn.
Yep. Gatwood texted me today. He like, hey man, you trying to make some trades? I'm like, nah, bro, I'm good now. I'm good. So RC, he might come calling.
Okay, I'm gonna be ready because I don't think I got nothing to give him.
Yeah. Nah, like I said in the group chat. You remember, when I told y'all I traded Mike Williams for George Pickens? I'm glad I did that.
Man, you be giving people some stinkers, boy. As soon as you trade, they get hurt.
Soon as trade him, man, I was like, whoo. But yeah, Mike Williams, if y'all didn't know, he's out for the season. Prayers up for Mike Williams, man.
Played that whole game.
Great game.
If the defense would have stopped him, he wouldn't have got hurt. He played too long.
Yep. All right, last game. The Raiders and Steelers. RC favorite team, second team. The Steelers beat the Raiders 23-18. What you guys say? You say you got something to say, Jimmy G? Let's hear it.
You know, the Raiders fans in the past would say, you know what, everybody look at win percentage. They put it up last night, talking about win percentage. They had it in the promo, talking about he wins, he's a winner. You know, you're playing with a winner. Well, they need to do away with that quarterback win-loss record because guess what? Quarterbacks don't win or lose games by themselves.
That's
You got to
right.
have pieces around him. Jimmy was on great teams. He was on good teams. And he just benefited from that. Now you're seeing him without having a great team or a good team, and he looks lost, still looks lost. And so my thing to Jimmy Garoppolo fans who continue to fight for him is the dude, every quarterback that came behind Tom Brady has failed. Look at it. New England Patriot quarterbacks. Somebody need to tell Josh McDaniels, you cannot find another Tom Brady. If Belichick can't find it, you damn sure ain't gonna find it. And you ain't gonna get some level of it out of Jimmy Garoppolo. Aiden O'Donnell will be the starting quarterback for the Raiders. I think Jimmy went out last night with an injury. So
Got a concussion. Yep.
yeah, so Aiden O'Donnell will get it and won't give it back. Watch him blow the roof off of it.
Yeah, it just, man, it was very underwhelming performance. There was he had two interceptions. One of the interceptions was very questionable.
Yeah.
I don't know. Y'all see the highlight, but it was funny. He pointed down the field, right? He pointed. Y'all saw that. He came after he pointed. He came back to his right and threw the ball. So who was he pointing to down that way that made him come all the way back to his right and throw that
He was
pass?
telling his old lady to go to the exit because she about to go through. Y'all go. Y'all go get the car.
All right, go get the car ready.
She about to get real.
I never seen that before. I never see a quarterback points to go completely the opposite way. What? If that was the better decision, that he threw to his right, what was he pointing to that was even worse?
Maybe he was trying to throw off the safety or something.
He is Forrest Gump. He gotta find Bubba. Because you gotta understand something, man. When he points in that end zone, I thought the same thing. Somebody wide open.
Yes, somebody turned around, ran a go.
Get me. Everybody look back like, who opened me?
Yeah, tripping coverage. Yeah, maybe, but I don't know. It was just he was trying to throw safety off, but it was two guys over there already. I don't know.
The safety probably holler. Cut this shit out. We know, Jimmy. We know what you up to. Yeah, go ahead and do what you do. Lukewarm performance.
The Steelers, do they have something to be happy about at this record? 2-1.
I mean, 2-1. It's a week-to-week league. You know how Mike Tomlin is, man. He's gonna be sharp at the presser. He's a rah guy. It's a week-to-week thing with him. I'm quite sure they're happy to be 2-1. You know, that improves your odds to make the playoffs. You know, they say if you start 1-2, you're probably not gonna make it and stuff like that. So that's a curve they don't have to worry about. But it's what I always think it is with the Steelers. You know, inferior teams like the Raiders, they'll beat up on them and win them games. But when they play somebody equal, a little better, they can't draw it out.
Right, because the defense still a working process. I want to say Patrick Peterson had an interception. I want to say it was him. Might be mistaken, but that's secondary.
Patrick Peterson had one, and Levi Wallace had two.
So they still working progress. Like you said, they just taking advantage of the least teams, and that's what you should do. If you better than a team, you should take care of business.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I would have the game picks records, the real records, this coming Friday. But I can tell how many games I got right so far. We still have one going on right now, which is the Rams and Bengals. And like I said, I can tell what y'all have right now. All right, Gatwood have 11, right? I don't know what he's doing. He must using a magic ball or something. I don't know.
He's been like that for about 2 years now, man. He is on fire.
He has 11. I have 10.
He need to go to the casino.
Right. We need to start talking to him about before we bet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he getting 11 right. T Wright has 11. T Wright, I guess he kept him and Gatwood talking. And Gatwood like, hey, use this. Take these tees right here. I never seen T Wright this prolific right now with 11 wins. All right, Flowers have 10. RC have 9. RC, you took a couple of gambles this week.
I did. I paid for it.
You took the Jets, which I was kind of surprised by.
They actually had a chance to win the
They
game.
had a chance.
Yeah. But I knew the Patriots probably handled the Jets since they
Well, it probably was what the Browns and the Titans game that separated Gatwood.
Yeah.
He took
the Browns. He took the Browns, and it was another game.
Saints screwed me up. Saints and the Titans screwed me up.
Yeah, I picked Minnesota.
Oh no, I'm not seeing it. I think he took the Browns and he took the. Well, he took the Chargers. Y'all two took the Vikings. Flowers and RC. So that was separated y'all two. Yeah. I think, and like I said, the Browns game separated me and Gatwood. I took the Titans. So,
who picked Cincinnati this week?
Gatwood and Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
Us three took the Rams.
Because it's looking like they might. Well, the Rams got the ball right now.
Yeah, that wasn't down to score, right? They down to score.
Yeah, 9-16.
Yeah, I need to win that one. I gotta say par with Gatwood. Like you trying to pull away. All right, let's go and get into stud and dud. All right, hope my computer don't act up. Here we go. Stud and dud. All right, Flowers, who your stud of the week?
I gotta give it to Zach Moss. I gotta show some love for the home team.
I feel you. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Cover 0.
Wheel route. Moss with the catch inside the 5, and he's in. Touch.
I was really surprised that he caught that over Patrick Queen. Yeah, he mossed him. I was surprised. I really surprised he came down with that. All right, RC, who your stud?
My stud, I think my stud was what was my stud?
CJ
Stroud. Yeah, Stroud. Mr. Stroud. Good game. Upset.
Stroud to throw the blitzes on. He floats one wide open, and there he goes. Tagged down all the way in for a Texan touchdown.
That wasn't hard at all.
Wide open coverage. I should have never traded Tank Dell. That's how I got Art. That's how I got JT. Tank Dell been balling.
Coming on as a late.
Dude, I know he put up 25. I think he put up like 20 something last week too. All right. My stud is I can't remember my stud. That's crazy. I can't remember my stud. Who was
it be
my
like
stud?
that sometimes.
Man, I know. I don't even see my stud on here.
That's Herbert. Nobody was it.
Probably Manny French.
Oh no, it was Raheem Mostert.
I
think I mislabeled. No, here it is.
Yeah, Mostert good.
Mostert was in the backfield, 3rd and 7 against the call. There's a nice block from Hill. Oh, look at the move! Dazzling display! Touchdown, Miami! Mostert!
That was a piss poor effort of tackling.
That's what I'm thinking, man. I don't know if the Miami Dolphins are that good or the damn Denver Broncos that bad, because that was horrible tackling.
That was horrible.
He should have lost yards in the back. Okay, I'll leave it alone. They
quit. Yeah,
they quit.
Yeah, they quit.
All right, Flowers, who your dud?
You might, man. You could have just kept that same damn play. The Dolphins,
Oh yeah,
the Broncos defense,
but
dud of the
it
damn week.
was so many clips that I could have chose. I'm like, what do I want to put as the whole Denver team dud? So I just chose this one, Tyreek Hill.
Gary for Denver. 1st and 10. The fake. Good block in there, and down it goes. Caught at the 30. This is the dynamic Hill. He's in for 6. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown.
How do somebody of that caliber is wide open?
No pressure, no nothing.
Yep. They quit.
Oh,
that was the first play. That was first
that was
quarter.
first play.
Yeah.
First
Like
play.
no pressure, no.
Yeah, that was 2 minutes into the game.
Goodness.
Signs of things to come.
Oh my word. All right, RC, who your dud?
The egg sucking dog himself, Jimmy Garoppolo, strikes again. They say I give Jimmy a hard time. Jimmy gives everybody a hard time. Roll the beam footage.
Pass here, Garoppolo's got time. Only 2 receivers downfield. Throws it up for grabs, and it's intercepted.
Oh, hold on. I gotta rewatch it. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm trying to see.
Pass here, Garoppolo's got time. Only 2 receivers downfield. Throws it up for grabs.
Okay, let me say this real quick. The interception was poor as shit. Don't get me wrong. I think when he pointed, whoever right there was in the middle of the field, I think he was trying to tell them to go.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever that was in the middle of the field, I think he was trying to tell them to go because it was actually, I think he might have had a linebacker on him. So he was trying to tell him, you got a one-on-one, you need to go.
But the media say he's a winner. You take a sack there, or you take off running.
I'm throw it away.
Yeah, don't punt, pass, and kick, Jimmy. Don't punt, pass, and kick.
I'm guessing the guy didn't get the hint.
Yep.
I mean, because if you let's be real, they really. I mean, unless you just Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison, somebody like that, you don't know if the quarterback directing that to you or not. If you just running the route and he's sitting here,
I'm telling y'all, he was telling his mom and him go get the car. Trying to go home. Go warm the car.
Oh yeah, time to go home. And yeah, he made sure they went home too. All right, my dud of the week is Sam Howell. He had 4 interceptions on the day, bro. 4.
Tough day.
It's on their feet, making noise on this 3rd down. Howell. And it's intercepted. What a play. Epinesa is going to go. First career interception.
Similar to that.
Epinesa, he pretty much like, damn, he's there.
Damn, that's a gimme.
That's a gimme. He tried to throw it over him, and the guy was like literally right in his face.
But that's what I was saying about Dak, because Dak had a similar situation to where somebody was coming across on a slant, and somebody was right in front of him, and you thinking you can lob a pass over these. That guy probably Espinesa was like 6'5", 6'6". You're not lobbing that over him.
He probably got reach like crazy. His reach is probably
like
70-something, probably 70+ inches of reach. Like this guy's, like I say, he's 6'4", 6'5", 6'6". He's a defensive end.
Yep, young is up.
And them boys can jump.
Yep.
That's crazy. He should have gave him a pump fake. Like they usually do.
Pump fake and run, right? But that's what happens when he's not thinking. Like,
they down 23-0. So he like, oh, I gotta make a play.
He's scrambling, trying to run for his life, and like, let me get rid of it. Boom, that happens.
Wow. All right, guys, do us a favor, like and subscribe. Hit that notification button for us. You know, we trying to reach a goal of subscribers. So if y'all new here, hit that like and hit that subscribe button. Share with family and friends. It help us out a lot, and we really appreciate that. You know, we also appreciate our guys that been with us since day one. Appreciate the love. And let's have fun together, let's grow and continue to put that content out there. Oh, no problem, L, man. You catch us Friday. Hey, we know you're a hardworking
What's up? You gotta work, L. We understand, man.
Yep.
You gotta punch that clock.
You got to make them air
money.
coins.
Shout out to L, man. Shout out to L. So we'll be back Friday with the with week 4 preview. And so hey, y'all get y'all betting ready. Oh, bet us. I forgot about bet us. If I can find the card. Oh, here we go. Bet us. We got your game. I'm sorry about that. Use bet us to place your bets and win big money. The time is now. NFL season going on. We got the WNBA playoffs happening. So, man, college football. Mm-hmm. So get your coins and place your bet with Bet Us. We got your game.
Basketball is near, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, L. Thank you. Yeah, if y'all ever miss the show, guys, we are on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. Yes. And I'll just show this one clip for y'all. I forgot to show it earlier. Then we'll be on our way.
Substance, not flash, rooted in substance. Today, we talk with our pads. You talk with your helmet, right? Every moment. The Cinderella story is over, man. Right? They're fighting for clicks, we're fighting for wins. There's a difference, right? There's a difference, right? This game ain't going to be played in Hollywood, it's going to be played on the grass, right? It's going to be played on the grass. Let's go.
I ain't gonna lie, that was a good speech.
No, it wasn't.
Sorry. You don't think that was a good speech?
Hell no. Because if I got to motivate my players off some bullshit where you basically see that tells you. Did you know that guy before he made that speech?
Nope. I didn't know who he was.
Will you watch that guy after that speech?
Probably not.
Okay, if they make it to the playoffs and they get beat by Michigan or Georgia, because they're gonna get smashed. My issue with these guys are they making this personal. Yeah, and it don't have to be. Like, you ain't doing this to Nick Saban. You ain't doing this to nobody. You ain't won. Oregon has not won the Pac-12. So whoever beating your brains in, you're not doing it with them. Deion Sanders make these dudes uncomfortable, bro. Like I've been tripping out. You made you supposed to win. It's year 1. But this is the issue that guy got now. Now you go out and you beat this team that way. Now you're going to be expected that you're going to have to repeat that every week. Can you keep this up? Nah, it wasn't a great speech. It wasn't a great speech because you used
I think it was a good speech for that moment for those guys, not for contents before those players.
But that's the thing. I feel like the only reason I'm going to say this, I've never said this before on the show. I don't care about Colorado. I want to see for the first time in my lifetime a black head coach win on the college football level because we ain't seen it. We have not seen it. We ain't going to see it. We probably won't see it with him because they're going to make sure he don't do it. But just seeing a black coach be successful on this level and do it your way with shades on and gold chain. Because my lifetime, my head coach at the University of Michigan has greatly underachieved and still got his job. Khaki Pants get smashed in the playoffs. Khaki Pants get smashed in the NFL in the Super Bowl against the freak. You finna get blown out by the Ravens and then woke him up. He has done nothing. He has won nothing. But because he's buttoned up with khaki pants on, he's a great coach. I just want to see the man win. I don't agree with everything he do. It just bothers me these people coming for him like that. Like, man, you just, what are you scared of? I know what you're scared of. I know what you're scared of. It's crazy, man.
He's saying that speech was personal for no reason.
Well, because there's no other way to motivate your kids. What are you motivating your kids off of? Like,
maybe they feel some type of way. Maybe the kids feel some type of way.
About what?
No, they don't. No, they don't.
I don't know. I'm just saying, maybe they do. Maybe they don't. I don't know.
Let me cut in real quick. Okay, it would have been cool if he said that without the camera. We didn't have to hear that.
You put the camera in there,
So
yeah.
you put the camera in there.
They always
Come on
got.
here,
Come
see.
on, guys. They always put
No,
cameras doing those
no,
speeches,
no, they
man.
don't.
How
Did you
many
see?
Oregon games have you
Did you hear
seen,
Dion talk before the game? I'm just saying.
Yeah, I have. They have
bro?
cameras in
A
with Dion.
speech like that.
How many Oregon games have you seen
You
the
see
camera in the locker
speeches
room?
like that all the time in college.
How many Oregon
No, we
games have
don't.
you
No, we
seen,
don't.
even when they were good? How many Oregon games have you seen with a camera in the locker room?
None.
Not many.
None.
Not talking about
None.
Dolan. Oh, I seen cameras in the locker room when guys giving speeches.
You missing the point. You missing the point. You missing the point. It's personal. He's making this personal. Like Oregon is a top 10 program. They're a top 10 recruiter. They were supposed to win this game. Like it wasn't a shock that Colorado got beat like that. You had to throw in so much more motivation because you were making this personal because Dion is still in the spotlight you wish you had.
That's
You're
it.
uncomfortable with him. That's all
Bro,
it is.
Well, they saying he has spotlight. He haven't done anything. They saying they have an issue with.
He's done plenty. Okay, we don't knock Nick Saban, but when he started his first year at Bama 6-6, he lost the UL Monroe. We don't knock him for that.
I think they're saying that they wasn't getting all this TV time and ESPN and all the others.
What's wrong with that though? What? Oh, okay, Oregon got field night, 1,000 different jersey combinations, and everything else. Colorado didn't have shit until Dion got there. It's his job to promote the university. It's his job to promote these athletes. Go ahead.
This is my issue, man. Traditionalists. We're dealing with traditionalists.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're dealing with guys who used to something being a certain way. So now you bring in change, and now it's gonna rub you the wrong way. They 3-1. You had last week. You had people standing up at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning to watch him lose.
Yeah.
He winning both ways. Listen, do I agree with everything he do? No. But for me to sit here and say, you know, he's arrogant. Nick. What did Jimbo Fisher say about Nick Saban? He's a liar.
Yep.
When he pulled Dion's name into the whole, they paying players.
Everybody doing it.
My issue is you want to do it with your hands in your pocket and quiet. Dion is saying, hey, I ain't hard to find. Hey, like I said last week, this is what bothers me. Dion, when they look over the sideline, they seeing the culture. And they like, wait a minute, we got black kids. So if we don't figure this out, he gonna get all the kids that we want
all
because
the great ones.
They can identify with him more than they can identify with us. That's the biggest issue right now in college football. How can we prevent this black man, get the black kid to play on the big stage, not in the HBCU, on the big stage? Guess what? The only way you prevent that is you do what the Michigan just did. The NCAA just did to Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh bought a kid a hamburger. He had suspended himself.
That was stupid.
Something stupid like that gonna get Dion. And there gonna be nothing like he doing that's crazy. But I just feel like I don't need to get motivated off of you. I don't need to take personal shots on you, Ben, to get my team ready. You see that coach over there?
Oh, some people get off by that.
Listen to me, Ben. Listen to me, Ben. If I'm a coach, you know what I'm gonna say? We're better than them. Go out there and show it.
Yeah, we're
that's
gonna
what he basically said. He said they playing for clicks. We playing.
But look, at halftime, he proceeded to say, "Hey,
now watch.
Everybody watching. Keep watching." But dude, the Miami Dolphins scored 70 points against an NFL team. Y'all scored 40 points. So you saying this is what this? Why you didn't run it up?
Right. He tried.
Because you know why? Same thing make you laugh, make you cry. He said in his press conference, I've been on the other side of that. He know in his mind, like, hey, I want to win, I want to do the ball, but I need to be smart about this. Because he going into the Big Ten next year. See? And over there, they're gonna run the football. You can get out there and try. Bo Nick's gonna finally graduate after 17 years.
Right.
Okay? You're gonna go into the Big Ten rebuilding, trying to get a new quarterback in your system, and you're gonna get mollywopped by Penn State, Michigan, Ohio State. They're gonna run you into the ground. USC gonna get it too because it don't fit. It's logistically it don't make sense. It's cold over there.
Oregon's not even the best team in the Pac-12.
No. Washington, is a muck.
Yes.
Listen, that team gonna beat the hell out of Colorado. Unless Colorado gonna get Warren Sapp to play, don't even turn that game on because they got dudes. Dion don't have dudes yet. And that's the thing. Why kick a man white? That's like you see me on the side of the road beating the hell out of a crackhead. You be like, man, Arsenal lost his mind. Like, but guess what?
Yeah, a lot of people was feeling that that's why I played the clip, because a lot of people were talking about it, and a lot of people was like, yeah, he's right. You know, they just doing it. You know, we see them all. They getting tired of Dion. That's basically what they saying.
Tired of what?
I don't care. Like, to me, I don't know. I like it.
What is he doing? What is he doing?
They said from when I read the comments underneath the video, they're like, he doing too much. All this about Dion, that's about Dion, everything's about Dion. So people like, man, just like we hear LeBron post, they're like, man, we hear LeBron post 24/7. So they saying they're hearing Dion post 24/7. Why
is it always uncomfortable when you got
a
confident black man who believe in his abilities? Like he said at the podium, he said, you can't come for me. I got a gold jacket. You coming for me. I'm never coming for y'all. I'm never sitting up talking about Oregon. Like, you know what? It's so much deeper than the black part of it. Because when he was at the HBCU, this guy had a whole song made because he did the same thing the coach at Colorado State did. Eddie Robinson is his name. Jealousy may bring upon hatred. So I'm envious of your sway in the building, your ability. People love you, but they hate me. I want that same shine. So therefore, instead of me trying to get with you and talk and say, what are you doing? You can't teach swagger and charisma. It's like it's like two guys trying to talk to a girl, and one guy just like dub, and the other guy like, hey, you know, what's happening? You know what it is. And you're like, damn. And so what the guy who don't got no game, and you around the guy who got game, it make you, because you can't do it, it make you hate the person. It's a few questions. And that's what we got going on with Dion, man.
You should have seen how many people celebrating. Yeah. I like, geez.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's not. Everybody don't have to support Deion Sanders. But if you look like us, you need to understand, on this level of sports, we have not seen it done. Okay? Dabo Swinney ain't no great damn coach. But he's had great damn players.
Yes, sir.
If Dion come to Pedal, Mississippi and sit in your living room, you gonna have a spread there out for him to make sure you go, because he know what you're gonna get. You're like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Baby, get the chips in the dip out.
Fine China out.
Get the good dishes out.
Put the plastic over the furniture.
Put a tablecloth on this table.
And that's what. And it's only a handful of guys in college football who can come in your living room, but none of them got that. Dion was doing it in Jackson, going to people's house, eating fried chicken and collard greens.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, it's weird behavior from coaches.
Yeah.
Intimidated, man. Scared.
Right. But I don't have no problem with speech. Whatever gets your players riled up, wherever you do whatever you want to do.
Just do it this week.
Right. Record yourself this week, huh?
Yeah.
I feel on that. All right. L said, not gonna lie, not hating on Deion Sanders are getting praise to Oregon, but Oregon was supposed to win, right? So
no doubt.
Everybody knew they were supposed to win. And he also said Dion just trying to bring culture to Colorado.
And which he has. It just takes time to get the full culture established.
And you will not hear Lincoln Riley do this dumb shit these other coaches doing, because some people don't have to.
Right.
But here's the problem with USC playing Colorado after getting smashed. You better not go in the Boulder sleepwalking.
Yep.
Because it's gonna be on like hot butter popcorn. They got pride.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in the show. We'll be back Friday with another great episode, and we'll see y'all then.
Peace.
We are out of here.
All right, man. Y'all get some rest.
Yes, sir. Peace.